time on the track. We'll kick this thing over, see how she goes. Turn on the gas. Oh, getting old. First kick, no choke on the Electron. It's about 50 degrees out. We'll let her warm up a little bit here. Let the feel get in there. We got a little bit of a leak on this gas cap. I'm gonna have to go and get a new gasket. That's gonna drive me crazy. So bear with me on that one today. Clutch lets out nice and early. I'm gonna have to maybe adjust that a little bit. First, probably did like maybe a total of 8 laps or so. Not too many, but just getting used to the bike, letting it break in a little bit easier than maybe I used to be able to do it, and also just kind of used to riding again myself. So new track, and I've been off for I guess about 6 months or so. And so yeah, the bike feels really smooth, really progressive on the power delivery. Off the bottom, it's not like barking or kicking crazy hard. It's just nice linear power roll on. Builds through the mid and then has a nice, just strong finish and over rev. So that's just kind of what I can see. I haven't really pushed it through full yet. So next session out, I'll push a little harder and be a little more comfortable on the track. There's a lot of ruts, and I don't know where my coordination's quite at yet. So just figuring it out. Bike run's good. The clutch lets out way early, which I'll get used to. I rolled my handlebars back a little bit in the clamps. They were like straight up in line with the forks, and I like them a little bit rolled back. The rear suspension tracks really well. It feels like it's solid and planted. I'm not getting like any slide or swap or push out with it. The front, I got to get more time on it to really feel where it's sitting and situated. Brakes are epic. Foot peg and just the ergos are great. I've got the taller seat on there from Amazon. It's like 89 bucks. I'll put the name in the description. I forget what it was called right now, but it actually feels really good and natural from front to back. And yeah, my laps are slow, so don't mind that, but enjoy the footage. Super good day all in all. The bike is amazing. Still figuring out some parts of it. We set the sag and just getting comfortable really. It's hard to get a real baseline without having a lot of seat time yet. So I've got about 0.7 hours on the bike today and maybe a total of about 10 laps or so. But definitely a huge improvement over what it was when I first picked it up. The brakes are incredible. The roll-on is really fun and usable, which is kind of what I wanted. I didn't want a crazy explosive power band, but I wanted something that's not going to rip my arms off, but I can roll out of a corner and roll it on into the power, and that's exactly what it does. So I'm stoked on that. This tall seat is really good. The Electron is so crisp and just rapid power on demand, so that's pretty sick. And then the tires really hooked up well, the Michelin Starcross tires, and the Magura hydraulic clutch. It's like the first time I've had a clutch on a 252 stroke where I don't actually realize that the clutch is causing me arm pump or being inconvenient because it's so hard to pull. So that is like a win times 10. I always get tired out on my left arm first because of the clutch on a 2-stroke. And this is the first time that just hasn't been the case. The 150 had a hydraulic clutch on it too, but I had to use it way more than I have to on the CR, so I would get tired on that too. So this one's a great feel. It's light pull, quick engagement, and basically like the least amount of arm pump I've ever had for a 252 stroke by far. Compression on the bike is killer. thing kicks over and you can feel that it's got some meat behind it for sure. The gearing, I might play with the gearing a little bit. It's might be running a little tall for me. Just I'm not using it as fast as maybe I will be using it once I'm kind of shaking off all the rust, but maybe I'll probably give it a few more rides and see if I want to go up a tooth in the rear, maybe 1 or 2, or leave it as is if I start really using the end of the power band there. Let's see what else. The suspension is balanced. Just did the sag like I mentioned and got that dialed in, so that's a lot better. Feels pretty plush. The front end doesn't twitch out of my arms. It's planted. I might move the forks in the triple clamps down, maybe 2 millimeters or 3 max, just to help kind of take away any little stink bug. There's a little bit of a stink bug feel on the bike as I'm coming into some corners, so I want to alleviate that and still keep the balance that it has, so I think that'll help. Everything else is awesome. The bike is epic. Ergonomics is amazing. Foot pegs, so much foot base, I guess, so much room to be able to move around on the bike and have control over the bike from that perspective, and help squeeze my legs into the tank so I don't have my arms doing all the work. And the front brake lever with the front brake oversized rotor kit from Flow is just on point. Thing is killer. So yeah, enjoy the video. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more on the bike and follow up after our first laps today.